What's up, Super Players? It's your homie C-Rod back at it again with another video for you. And today we got the Master, the Green Master, the one that can stretch his arms and manipulate his body with regeneration, Piccolo. And this is my Piccolo deck profile. I'm gonna be playing this deck live on Wednesday, which should be today, on our Twitch channel. So if you guys want to check out live tournaments and see some of my gameplay live and other people's gameplay live at a tournament, make sure you guys click on the Twitch link. We will be up today at 8 p.m. Pacific time, so we're gonna be pretty much live when this video comes out. So if you're watching this right now, click on the Twitch link to watch some epic battles. So we got Piccolo right here. What does he do? At the beginning of your turn, he lets you look and reveal the top card of your deck, and then you get to choose to either draw that card or put it at the bottom of your deck. And this is pretty awesome and pretty powerful because you're going to be getting the card necessary to make the, the combo plays at the moment. Being able to see the next card you're going to draw is insanely powerful, guys, and that's what Piccolo does. Who says you can't draw turn one? This guy allows you to draw turn one, and you get to choose if you want to draw the card or not, so that on its own is powerful. And then you awaken Surge. So this guy is green blue, meaning you have to put a green and a blue under it in order to awaken. You could do this at any point in the match, in the game. You could just get a green, get a blue, stack it under this card, and awaken, and he draws you 3 and restands 1 of your energies. So that's not bad at all. Then you go from Piccolo to Son Gohan, and Piccolo, the true father of Gohan right here. And he's just as powerful when he's awakened. You got to be careful though, because with this Surge leader, unfortunately, you do not get as much draw power once you awaken your Surge leaders, but he has 2 pretty broken abilities that's activate battle or main, depending on the situation, whenever you want to do it, once per turn. You got to detach 1 card under this card, and then you're able to choose one of these 2 options. Option number 1 allows you to force your opponent to warp 2 cards out of their hand, meaning you're going to be hand controlling them to death. Or 2, choose 1 blue-green multicolored card in your drop area, negate its energy exhaust, and play it in active mode. So you're gonna either choose between warping 2 cards from your opponent's hand or activating energy to your energy zone, which is very useful to either go for an extra play or to go for an extra defensive combo. So that is the Surge Piccolo, and ideally we want to use the warping 2 with this version of Piccolo that I have made. Since we have green and blue as our leader, we want to run green and blue cards in here, and I'm running the green and blue energy that goes in active mode, Android 17. Very useful, comes out in active, and that's pretty much the only point of him. Active energy, we are running 4 of these. If you happen to have another dual color energy, you can throw them out as active energy. And then Android 21, a bad omen. This is our ideal turn 1 energy because it has energy exhaust, but this card can be played from your energy zone when your opponent has 1 life. This card could do burn damage and win the game, because you can play this card for 4 energies, activate main from your energy. You lose an energy upon play. You gotta get one of your energies, place it in the drop area, obviously. And then after, you KO one of your opponent's battle cards, and then after, you make your opponent get 1 of their lives and put it in the drop area. So this Android 21 Bad Omen is definitely gonna be a game ender. You can play 1 or 2 and you finish the job with burn damage. We are running 2 of these Android 21 Bad Omen. And a Son Goku, Spirit of the Planet. Alright, some of you guys are like, why is he running that whack rare card? I'll tell you why. Because this card is actually really good. Late game, when you activate your Piccolo's warping 2 ability by detaching, you're gonna be able to finish the job with this Son Goku, Spirit of the Planet. For 2 energies, he comes out, and then for 2 energies, you attack with it, and you're able to give this guy a 10k boost and triple strike. And late game, when your opponent has no hand, this is a triple strike to finish the job. This guy is really, really good. He's very underestimated, I feel. Son Goku, triple strike out of nowhere. It's not bad at all, guys. And then, since we are running hand control, I'm running Son Gohan and Piccolo because Pupil and Master, because this is a barrier card. If you're playing against a deck that, you know, tries to destroy your battle cards with skills, well, this card has barrier. It's not going to be leaving the field, and it has revive, and it has a pretty cool effect. Every time it swings, your opponent's forced to drop one card from their hand, meaning it's going to keep the hand control and it's going to keep the pressure coming and revive it if you want every time. It does lose to cards like Broly that ignore barrier and reduce his power, but other than that, honestly, this guy is going to be hand control, and we are running 3 of these because ideally you want to play just one. And then hidden potential. So we got hidden potential right here. Hidden potential is a card that forces your opponent to put the card that they're playing in the drop if it happens to be a 4 cost or less, which is very strong in order to prevent your opponent from doing any plays. And on top of that, it also restands one of your energies back to active mode. Hidden potential is so good, like literally can stop your opponent's turn, and then they feel like they wasted a card and energy, and then you can, you know, come back with some pressure. Then we got Newfound Power Son Gohan. So this card is in order to cause some pressure. It's a crit. It's a 15k crit if you take a life, allowing you to drop to 3 lives, because in order to activate your activate battle or main and force your opponent to warp, you do need to have 3 lives or less. So this Gohan not only is hand control because you're pressuring, and the life is not going to be going to their hand, it's going straight to the drop because it's a crit. It's gonna drop us to 3 lives to ideally you know, be able to activate our surge ability, and, you know, keep a theme to Piccolo and Gohan. You know, Piccolo's real son, or, you know, adopted son, if you will. So we got Vegeta the Cruel. Why we have Vegeta the Cruel right here is because we are running dual color energy, and if we have dual color energy, this card is a 2-drop, and if we play it during our opponent's turn with our counter play, you're forced to your opponent's forced to pop one of their battle cards, or you choose the battle card you want to pop, and your opponent's forced to warp one card out of their hand. So it KOs and it warps a card out of their hand. Very useful to not only cause some pressure with the 15k attack, but also, you know, KO a battle card that happens to be 4 cost or less, and hand control with the warping. So this deck is very hand control based, and this deck is a winner deck, guys. It wins a lot. It's like definitely a meta deck. Then we got Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, Delicate Plan. I bought these for $2, guys, and now I know these cards cost a lot of money, but I'm glad I came up on these. So these cards, well, this Super Saiyan Rose, what it does, it's pretty much activate battle. So during the battle, you get to play it onto the field for 2 energies, and it KOs a battle card on your opponent's side of the field that happens to be 2 cost or less. And then at the start of your opponent's next main phase, you get to restand one of your energies. So Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black is very useful to continuously bring out the Zamasus, and the Zamasus are hand control. So the Zamasu does have to be 5 cost or more, actually. So this card brings out the Zamasu, which is gonna be, we're running 4 of these because you definitely want to play this card for 2 energies. And this Zamasu is a 5-drop that you can bring out with the Goku Black. And this Zamasu is indestructible, meaning it cannot be removed from the field by skills or any sort of way. And it has an activate main, which you could also bring it out if the total amount of battle cards on the field equal 5. You could just sacrifice them and bring this card out onto the field, but we ideally just bring it out with the Goku Black ability. And then every time this guy attacks, your opponent's forced to drop 1 card from their hand. Pretty much hand control, indestructible card that's unremovable from the field. This Zamasu is so good. I like to bring him, like, I really like to bring him out like a lot. Then this is the more powerful Zamasu, and they're both good in their own like way. This card, upon play, you can choose to remove up to 2 cards. This guy this guy forces your opponent to lose 2 cards from the field or the hand. Either way, he is another indestructible, cannot be removed from the battle area. It's a 25k double strike pressure that's just consistently going to be attacking your opponent upon play. And you can bring them out with the Goku Black Rose. This card is very good. We are running 3 of these Twisted Justice Zamasus. Then Special Beam Cannon. How could we run a Piccolo deck without Piccolo's signature move, right? So we got Special Beam Cannon right here. Special Beam Cannon is so good with this deck because, you know, we are keeping it themed to the hand control. Special Beam Cannon comes in, it gives your leader a 10k boost power, and on top of that, it forces your opponent to drop 1 card from their hand, and you get to choose the card. And you getting to choose the card is so critical because you could get the super combo that they needed to survive, or you could get the, you know, Gogeta that they needed to make the next play with. Ideally, you want it to pressure and remove your opponent's cards. So this is very good. We are running 3 of these. Play it offensively, play it defensively, up to you. Then we got Dimension Magic. It's a negate, stops your opponent from the attack, and on top of that, it restands 2 of your energies that happen to be blue. Since we have dual colors in here, you ideally want to restand the blue dual color card like the androids. So we got Furthering Destruction Champa. We run Special Beam Cannon, right? You're gonna give your leader a 10k boost plus remove 1 card from their hand, and if your opponent has 2 lives, well, boom, double strike out of nowhere. You just got the game. Double strike Champa, so darn good in this deck, especially with the fact that you're destroying your opponent's hand, and this double strike could just finish the job. And we have Senzu Bean for our blues because, you know, we are running blue and green. We got Senzu Bean, restands your energy, gives a 5k boost for the turn. Defensively or offensively, is just really amazing. We're running 4. At the end of the video, I will do the overview of the entire deck. And we have Pre-Phase Recovery Son Goku. So the reason I am running this card, for those of you that are confused why I'm running this card, is because he is a 3-drop that restands 2 energies upon play back to active mode. So this card is so good to play, have a 15k pressure, continuous pressure. It's a barrier, meaning it's unaffected by skills. And what's so good about it is it restands 2 of your energies, leaving energy active for the Goku Black. So then you have energies to bring out Goku Black, and you still have pressure. So you're not just sitting there waiting to activate your Goku Black's ability. You get a body on board that's a barrier. So we have this Goku. It's a 15k, 3 of them, because this guy is just good. Add a double strike to this guy, and since he's barrier, he's not going to be getting KO'd very easily. Then Fu, the Dark Banisher. If you have the secret rare Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, definitely run that card. But I don't own that card, so I'm running Fu, the Banisher, as my, you know, final hurrah play. What it does is over 8, get 8 cards in the drop, send them to the warp 4 energies. He comes out. Whenever your opponent activates a skill, they warp one card from their hand, and this is very good. Combine it with the Piccolo warping 2, they're gonna be having almost no cards in hand. We are only running 1 of these. Since our leader Unawakened does let you get cards to the hand, you're gonna eventually get that card, and make sure you add it to your hand. Then super combo, 10k boost, draw 2, warp 1, best super combo in the game. Why do I even have to speak more of? We are running 4 of these, and that is the Surge Piccolo deck profile. So stay tuned. Click on the link below on our Twitch. We will be live probably when the video drops, so you do not want to miss out. And check out the overview of the deck profile. Give me a like. So for the Surge Piccolo deck that allows you to draw and allows you to warp and add energy depending on what you want to do, we have 4 super combos. So darn good. 10k boost, draw 2, warp 1. We have 1 Fu because it warps and pities the Fu. Then we got Pre-Phase Son Goku, restands energy to, you know, have energy active for defense or for offense and play out the Goku Blacks. We got Senzu Bean because this card is just amazing, gives 5k boost and, you know, regenerates energy. Then we got Furthering Destruction Champa, adds double strike, and when your opponent's at low life, this is the finisher if your opponent has 2 lives. So 2 of those. Then for the negate, Dimension Magic, it's sparking 5 also, and restands 2 of your blue energies. Since we are running dual color, that is very strong. Then Special Beam Cannon. You cannot run Piccolo without Special Beam Cannon, and this card is so darn good. 3 of these forces your opponent to drop a card, and you get to choose the card, plus gives 10k. Then we got Zamasu, which you will bring out, forces your opponent to drop 2, or, you know, removes battle cards from the field. Very powerful, double strike, consistent pressure, 3 of those. Then more Zamasus, just so you could, you know, have a little bit of variety of Zamasus. We got this Zamasu that consistently drops cards from your opponent's hand, and it's indestructible, so it's not leaving the field. 2 of those. And then the ones that bring out the Zamasus, Super Saiyan Rose Goku, and you can bring it out for 2 energies. So this card is super clutch to bring out the Zamasus, and pops 2 cost, and play him and then restand 2 to play this card. Very useful. And then we got Vegeta the Cruel, because it warps cards from your opponent's hand, and, you know, 15k body plus KOs. 3 of those. Then we got our Awakening, being able to actually use our Awakening Surge card. So we got Newfound Gohan. Only drop him ideally when you want to use Piccolo's ability. Hidden Potential, because it puts any card to the drop, plus restands in energy, and that card has to be 4 cost or less, obviously. Very strong. 2 of those. So good. Dual color energy as well. We got more dual color energy. This card is just like the Zamasu, but it's a barrier and it has revive, so it's coming back and dropping your opponent's hand. Very useful as well. 3 of those. Then we have 2 of these Son Gokus, because late game this card could get you a game by going in with a triple strike. Very powerful. 2 of those. And then 2 of these, because your opponent happens to have 1 life, this card will take that 1 life away. This card is so good, you can play it from your energy. Then last but not least, the Android 17 Protector of Wildlife, because it's active dual color energy. We'll have another dual color in our energy zone. And that is the Piccolo deck profile. Hit me a good like on this video if you like this deck. Subscribe if you are new here. And like we always say, y'all stay super.